Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast in a game between Grubby versus Speed. Grubby so far has taken 2-0 in the games that I've cast. I don't know if this is a best of 3 series or a best of 5, and I don't know if I'm casting these games out of order. So we'll see what's going to be happening here. Grubby spawning as the green Protoss player at the 6 or 7 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Speed spawning as the yellow Zerg here as the yellow Zerg. So yellow Zerg at the 7 o'clock position of Shattered Temple. Now, Protoss versus Zerg, we'll see what's really going to go down and what these players will really be trying to go for. So far, Speed has been opening up pretty consistently with the Extractor trick right here, and then we'll train up a drone, cancel, and then get up a spawning pool, or I believe sometime around 13 or 14. That's been the build that he has been using. Grubby, meanwhile, has been opening up with a pylon on the ramp and then getting a gateway and a cybernetics core right here and then right here to allow himself to wall off against his opponent. A probe will now be coming inside the ramp here. Take a quick look around. There is still no spawning pool as of yet. The Overlord is finally in the air, and it is going to be a 10 spawning pool. So a very, very early spawning pool. Now trying to get up some more drones as well. So the spawning pool is actually, I don't know if this is earlier than the previous matches. I wasn't watching the timing, but if the spawning pool does complete and then we do have those Zerglings come out, that is going to be a lot of damage to have. I believe Speed did take a little bit of an economic hit. Yes, 11 drones compared to 14 probes, and this may be an indication of some sort of rush coming in from Speed. We should be getting up a cybernetics core as well, but if the cybernetics core is warped in just a little bit late before the zealot is started, that may be a little bit of a problem, as the drone trying to shoo away this probe, and now a pylon is warping into play. So that pylon will end up completing there, but there is not even enough minerals for that one particular hatchery just quite yet. Extractor is now down. That pylon most likely will get canceled at the last minute. No, Grubby actually going to leave it there. So we are getting one queen. We are upside down on food right now, 19 over 18 once again. We are not getting the metabolic boost at all, as we do not even have an extractor. Those speedlings or those Zerglings need to make their way out across the map, but they're going to be dealing with a zealot. I believe a zealot should be added in just a moment. We'll see whether or not. No, the Zergling is going to go after the pylon instead of trying to get inside that ramp location. The Zerglings will be able to finish this off. This probe will be able to return home, as the zealot is now being added in here. The zealot does train rather quickly, 38 seconds, 28 if you do chrono boost it. A hatchery now in position as well, as the Zerglings are finally making their way out, but you can see that Grubby is currently supply blocked at 22 over 18 after allowing that pylon to complete. The second pylon has been added as well, and Grubby now getting that one zealot, and now should perhaps be getting that one stalker right behind it. We'll see what will be happening, as those Zerglings are not going to be able to make it up the ramp any longer. I think the Zerglings could have made it up the ramp, perhaps leaving another set of Zerglings to try to deal with the pylon over here would have been a better choice for Speed. There is an Overlord here. The Overlord does spot one assimilator. He does not spot the second one, as Grubby now pretty much will be able to get out and use as much chrono boost as he wants onto that cybernetics core, or perhaps try to go into a Stargate with Void Rays and Phoenixes. So that does seem to be the option now, as we are getting that Stargate, and now we'll see how much damage that one Stargate can in fact do, as a sentry now moves out, quickly taking down a Zergling before it's able to get into position. Where is that zealot? I believe there was a zealot somewhere. No, the zealot was actually taken down. I'm not 100% sure when and where, but yes, the zealot was destroyed. Yeah, total resources lost 200. Definitely, as we are now getting 25 probes versus 23 drones. Now, Speed has not been able to do a lot of damage or fend very well in the late game. We are now going into a Phoenix, so the Phoenix is going to quickly indicate to his opponent what exactly his strategy is. Grubby getting into that Phoenix, he should be able to hunt down some Overlords, but he really needs a Void Ray in order to actually deal any serious damage. No, instead it is going to be mass Phoenixes as well. So mass Phoenixes to perhaps shut down Overlord scouting, as those Zerglings do not want to engage. They saw that there was no Nexus down over here, and it feels like Speed thinks that he is in a very, very safe situation. A second Phoenix already done, a third Phoenix now being chrono boosted out as well. Takes 25 seconds to build a chrono boosted Phoenix, as we are going into a two gateways with a Stargate. We'll see how much damage these Phoenixes are able to do. It looks like another Phoenix is not going to be added. So 3 Phoenixes finally finished being trained. They're going to fly straight by and now deal some damage to those overlords perhaps, or shutting down a queen. No, going after drones. So drones getting destroyed rather quickly, and now 1 drone at a time. It looks like Grubby is still low on energy and now going to be forced to just shut down overlords instead. Overlords taking a fair amount of damage. It looks like Grubby has to be very, very careful with that, and it looks like that 1 overlord will get destroyed. So 1 overlord now down. There are a couple more overlords as well for speed, as Grubby could easily shut down or destroy another overlord. Does Grubby spot it? Yes, he does spot it on the minimap, but he's not going after it, as he's now going after the queen instead. The queen is graviton beamed and shot out of the sky. It looks very, very good right now. Just 4 Phoenixes using the graviton beams whenever they have enough energy to do so, and then destroying multiple units. So it looks like more overlords are going to be shot down as well. Speed just was not ready for these Phoenixes. 1 queen in position. A 5th Phoenix now being added as well. It looks like the spore colony is completed, and with those spore colonies or spore crawlers now completed, the Phoenix harassment should be moved to a minimum. You can see this 1 overlord just taking a lot of damage so far, as more Phoenixes still being added at this time. 5 Phoenixes in the air, a 6th Phoenix. There is some Zerglings that are going to get graviton beam. Don't quite sure if I agree with the energy use on the graviton beam for a Zergling, as it seems rather silly there, as we are now going to have 2 more Zerglings back over here still. Now, the Spore Crawlers of speed is going to limit the amount of damage that these Phoenixes will be able to do, but the damage, the majority of the damage has already been done, with 7 worker kills, now up to 8, now up to 9. 1 Phoenix will get destroyed, but these drones just having a very, very bad day already. So Grubby still adding a little bit more to his Air Force, now with a total of 5 after he lost 1. He is getting up his Nexus at his natural expansion as well, getting in some pylons, making sure that no run-bys are possible at all, making it almost like a tower defense for Zerglings that have a very difficult time to be able to run inside the base if they want to engage. You can see Zealots are pushing into the center right now, 37 probes against 43 drones, so the army advantage or the economic advantage still belongs to speed, but the sheer amount of units that Grubby has right now may be too much. There are a couple spine crawlers. We'll see what those spine crawlers are going to do against the Stalker and Zealot army. More spine crawlers are being added as well, and in comes the engagement. There's a force field on the ramp. Zerglings now coming to engage. Drones now trying to fight back and forth. But I believe the Zealots are going to, 2 critical force fields once more. All the drones unable to do anything at all. 1 spine crawler now down. Another spine crawler is up and running. 2 spine crawlers should be up in just a moment, as those spine crawlers are trying to engage, but the force fields are preventing any reinforcements, as the Phoenixes are now going after those overlords. 1 overlord already down, a 2nd overlord, 3rd overlord getting destroyed. Speed is in a very, very difficult situation now, as those drones have not really been able to fight at all, and now those Phoenixes just looking around, gonna pick up the Infestor and destroy it as well. Some Infested Terrans finally being added to the army of the Zerg, but it is not going to be enough, as this queen will get destroyed and Speed will be forced to say GG. You can see the Infested Terrans getting picked up with the Graviton Booth and Graviton Beam as well. It looks like the Infestor was not destroyed. 1 more shot will do it. The Zealots desperately trying to chase it. The Zealots just running around the hatchery, and it looks like, one queen down, and that is all that is left. Those Spore Crawlers will get destroyed very easily by the Zealots, and that should be GG. Queen still trying to stick around. No, there is the GG, and Speed loses to Grubby in 3 straight games. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. The games were rather one-sided, but thanks for watching them with me anyways.